What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Sleep Token. Yes, indeed, Sleep Token fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bot, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Charles B, and this is actually one of Charles B's 3 prioritized requests for the month of August for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Charles. Hope you enjoy the show. Charles wanted to see me react to this song by Sleep Token called Ascensionism.
Tonight, we shall ascend into the heavens.
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So it was always if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As always, Charles has given me a little bit of an intro to read y'all, so here we go. Up till now, all of the songs that you've heard from Sleep Token's Take Me Back to Eden album, Chokehold, The Summoning, Granite, Aqua Regia, and Vor, have all been singles. This next track in your Sleep Token reaction series, Ascensionism, which is the 6th song on the album, marks a shift. It's the first non-single you are going to be reacting to from Take Me Back to Eden. Ascensionism keeps with Sleep Token's genre-defying approach, melding elements of progressive metal with unexpected influences. Despite it being a non-single, Ascensionism has emerged as one of the album's most popular songs, as you can see from its streaming numbers on YouTube alone. It's also been cited as one of the songs from the album that has been played a role in bringing in non-metal fans not only to the band itself but to the metal genre as a whole, not just because of the sound, but also thanks to Vessel's lyrics, which so many have noted to be a highlight of this and Sleep Token's broader discography. Okay, that was a short intro, not bad at all. Let's see, this was posted by Sleep Token, no surprise there, and the video has 17 million views. Well, it'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Ascensionism. That's all I got. I hope we're in the right place. Look, this is the link that Charles B gave me, okay? So he hasn't led me astray yet. So I'm hoping we're in the right spot. If we're not, don't blame me, blame Charles. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
deception setting you free. So you take what you want, then leave. Who made you like this? Who encrypted your dark gospel in body language? Synapses snap back in blissful language. Tell me you met me in past lives, past life, past what might be eating me from the inside, darling. Half algorithm, half deity, glitches in the code, or gaps in a strange dream. Tell me you guessed my future and then mapped onto your fantasy. Tell me into your mannequin and I'll turn you into my puppet queen. Won't you come and dance in the dark with me? Show me what you are. I am desperate to know. Nobody better than the perfect enemy. Digital demons make the night feel heavenly. Make it real, 'cause anything's better than the way I feel right now. I can offer you a blood clip paradise. Diamonds in the trees, pentagrams in the night sky. Lipstick, chemtrails, red flags, pink nails, with one eye on the door, other eye on a rail, other eye following a scarlet trail. Got the last few drops from the holy grail. Now rose gold chains, ripped lace, cut glass, blood stains at the collar beans. Just don't ask me, the first to the feast. Let's choke on the past and take to the broken skies at last.
Ooh. Okay. Huh. Whew. I see the appeal. I do. I could see how the general masses, I could see how they would be drawn to something like this. I can see it. The chordal progression, very easy to follow. The instrumentation, it's pretty. The piano playing, it's pretty. You got the R&B elements in there for sure. You got the auto-tune happening on the vocals every once in a while coming in. You know, you can hear it. You can hear the clear, pitch change, level. You can hear it. It's no secret, okay? I'm not saying it's auto-tuned all the way through. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there are certain spots where you heard the auto-tune clear as day, okay? Because it would shift perfectly. It's got a little bit of EDM in there, just ever so slightly with some of those drops. The vocal style from Vessel, very R&B and roots. Also a little bit of hip hop in there as well. So I can see the appeal. I absolutely can see the appeal. I can see, a lot of people hearing this and being attracted to it. I absolutely can. Having said that, I am not one of those people. I am not enjoying this at all. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I am looking at the clock and I am counting down the seconds. This 3:26, yeah, not exactly. It feels more like 5. It feels like it's been 5 minutes. This is just droning on and on and on. It had one moment of growth when you had the R&B elements kick in. You had the beat kick in. That was the one and only moment of growth. Everything else has just been plateaued, stagnant. I'm thinking back on Charles's intro where he said, oh, this drew a lot of people to metal music. Okay, I'm going to say something. It has two parts because it has two caveats here. There's the possibility that later in the song, not right now, obviously, but hopefully soon in the song, the metal elements are going to kick in. Hopefully that happens. If that's the caveat it goes, then depending on how well that goes will determine how I feel about that section. Now, there's another possibility this doesn't go into any kind of metal whatsoever. I know Charles said in the intro that it does. Well, actually, no. Charles actually never said that in the intro. All Charles said in the intro was this has attracted a lot of non-metal listeners to metal. If there's no metal in this song and the entire song is this, that is an absolute travesty. That is a misrepresentation of metal. Because, guys, there's nothing metal about this. There's nothing hard rock about this. There's nothing even rock and roll about this. This is straight R&B. So, hopefully, I don't know. We still got 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hopefully the metal kicks in and we have an actual representation of metal. Because if people are going to be drawn to this song thinking that this is metal and the entire song is like this, what an injustice to metal. Dear God. Anyway, 326. Feels like 5 so far. Whew. By the time we're done, if it keeps going like this, it's going to feel like a 10-minute long song.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Oh, maybe longer. Oh, hopefully not. Come on, metal. I want to hear that metal sound. I want to hear metal being represented. I really do. Okay, let's hope for the best here. There is nothing metal about this. I'm sorry, there isn't. I'm really hoping the metal kicks in here. We're about halfway. That's usually, well, no. Sleep Token usually will kick in with the metal about 2/3 of the way, which would be right about here. So 4.5 maybe. Give or take 10 seconds, 4.5 minute mark. Somewhere between 420 and 440. Okay. I was off. I like that major on top. That's nice. No. 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 No.
You want the same as me.
I'm gonna cry. I swear to God. Not happy tears. Not happy tears.
My redemption, eternal ascension, setting me free. So I'll take what I want.
Oh. Talk about anticlimactic. Oh, thank God. Like those subdivisions. Okay. Oh. Oh, we dodged. Man, we didn't just dodge a bullet. We dodged several bullets. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Ha 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 ha. All right.
I've had worse. You liar. Come on, you pansy.
I'm just taking a moment to breathe a sigh of relief. Because that ending saved me from going on just an absolute rager of a rant. Okay. So I don't have to rage. I don't have to rant. Okay. All right. Okay. Boy, that is a relief. You listen. I know a lot of people have this idea in their head that I love going off on rants. No, I don't. I really, really don't. I do them when I feel they're necessary. I do them when I feel like something needs to be stated. I feel like when I feel like I'm compelled to do it, I'll do it. But I don't like doing it. Like, I don't look forward to it. And I had a rant on deck. Oh, I had a rant on deck. I was ready to absolutely tear this song to pieces.
Explosions!
And shred it harder than any paper shredder possibly could. I was ready. At about the minute mark, I was absolutely ready to just tear into this. And then the ending kicked in. Oh boy. Whoo. Man. Oh, when I say there's a sigh, there is no sigh big enough to describe the sigh of relief that I felt when that ending kicked in. Okay. All right. Still sighing relief. Let me get my thoughts together. Woo, boy. And I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Sleep Token with Ascensionism. This was a request from Charles B. And this was actually one of Charles B.'s 3 prioritized requests for the month of August for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Charles. Hope you enjoyed the show. Woo, boy. So many bullets were dodged in lots of ways. Not just the song. The song didn't just dodge bullets. I dodged the bullets. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's just get to the score. Let's get to the score, and then we'll go into all the reasons how I came up with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.4. What does that mean? Well, a 7.4 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good song. Yeah, I actually do. We'll talk about it, I promise. It would also equate out to 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Yeah, that's B as in boy, by the way. So B+. So there you go. 7.4, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Let me just get this out of the way. Let me just get this one statement out of the way. Because I'm sure people are wondering, is this my new favorite song by Sleep Token?
Tell me you're joking.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
No, it is not. I'm sorry. There's just absolutely no way in hell that this is going to be top 10 or even top 20, honestly. It just did really nothing for me. I personally, like, I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it. But at the same time, I didn't like it or love it either. I'm very much in the middle on this one. Maybe, down the road, maybe if I ever get to 50, it might make top 25, maybe. I doubt it, though. I don't even see it making that. Okay, maybe if I did like 100, maybe I have 100, it might make 50%. It might make top 50. I don't know, but as it stands right now, no, it's under 50% right now. I can promise you that. I just did not really enjoy this song at all. It's just not my bag, guys. It's not my jam. Even when the metal elements kicked in, they were severely outnumbered. It was very much geared toward, like 2/3 of the song geared toward that piano style R&B, hip hop, pop element style. Okay, it's just not for me. 2/3 of the song was like that, and it was very dominating. And when the metal part did kick in, it was splintered, and that's just. It came in and it was strong and it was powerful, and then we lost it and went back into into the pop sound again, and I was ready to come unglued when that happened. I was ready to absolutely tear this song to pieces.
Allosaurus had never seen such bullshit before.
But then for the last, I think it was about the last 45 seconds, it kicked back in again, back into the metal, and it ended on the metal. It ended on a strong point. That literally saved the song. I mean, I am not even joking when I say this. Those last 30 to 45 seconds, when the metal kicked back in again, that literally saved the song from becoming a sacrificial lamb to my rage.
You like that, girls? That's how it goes.
I was absolutely ready to pull out a rant, a legendary rant for this channel. The type of rant that this channel has never seen before. I was ready to put this on a spit and roast it over the flames of my rage. I absolutely was. But luckily that ending happened. So I'm not mad at it. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. But at the same time, I don't like it or love it either. I'm neutral to it. So that's how I personally feel. Now, looking at the song objectively, this is how I came up with the 7.4. Can't believe I'm going to say this. It is well constructed. The ending literally saved it. Having the intro come in like it did, okay? Piano only. Piano and vocals only, which led to the R&B feel, the hip-hop feel, the pop elements, a little bit of EDM in there as well, to kind of liven it up a little bit, spruce it up a little bit. Okay, I get it. I absolutely get it. Then the metal kicked in over the halfway point. Now, I predicted somewhere between 420 and 440. The metal kicked in at 4 minutes. I think it was 401. I think is where it actually kicked in exactly. So I was a little off in my estimation there. It was really nice when the metal kicked in. Going back to what Charles said in the intro, it's one of the songs that has played a role in bringing non-metal fans into not just Sleep Token, but metal as a whole. I could see it because that intro, very pop geared, very R&B geared, slightly hip hop geared, with a little bit of taste of EDM in there as well. And I could see that bridging the people over, bringing them over. Hey, check this out. And they're going to enjoy that. The problem is if they're not ready for the metal and it kicks in and it hits, a lot of those people are going to get turned off. If I'm being honest here, and this is not my opinion, this is actually fact. This has been proven through decades of music industry business. The rule of 10 comes into play. 10% of the people will stick around. The other 90% are going to turn it off. So let's keep things simple and let's use 100,000. Okay, I know that number's not accurate. I'm sure there's been way more, 17 million views. I mean, I know there's more than that. But just for the sake of simplicity, let's use 100,000 listeners, okay? So 100,000 listeners listen to that song. 100,000 listeners who enjoy pop music. They enjoy R&B. They enjoy piano. They enjoy a little bit of EDM in there. They enjoy a little bit of hip hop in there. They enjoy that kind of stuff. The metal kicks in. 90% of them, 90,000 people are going to go, oh, that ruined the song. Turn it off. Now, there are those 10,000 people, though, the rule of 10, there are those 10,000 people who are going to go, oh, what is that? Let's see where this goes. Now, following the rule of 10, you've got their interest. Following the rule of 10, out of those 10,000 people, 9,000 people are going to end the song out and go, it was interesting, but it's just, it's not for me. I liked the pop elements, but when the metal part kicked in, it kind of ruined it for me. So, nah, I'm not a fan. Okay, fine. We lose 9,000. But there's the other 1,000 people who stuck around who went, you know what? I really like that. I really like that. That was really cool. I'm going to put this on a playlist. And that's as far as it goes. Now, going by the rule of 10, out of those 1,000 people, 900 people, that's exactly where the story ends. This song will go on a playlist. And there will be no further discussion. There will be no further investigation. There will be no further into a kind of a deep dive into Sleep Token whatsoever. That's 900 people. Now, we do have those remaining 100 people who are going to do this. That was really cool. The name of the band is Sleep Token. I wonder what else they have. And they're going to go on a dive. Hopefully their dive is successful. Hopefully those 100 people will really enjoy what they find in their deep dive, okay? Now, I know that number seems low. Remember, we only started with 100,000. What if we had started with 1 million? Well, instead of 100 people, we would have 1,000. 17 million views. Let's just keep it simple. 10 million people, okay? Well, that would be 10,000 people who ended up going on a deep dive of Sleep Token who ended up discovering more about Sleep Token and enjoying what they found. That's 10,000 new fans. 10,000 new fans who will buy your other albums, who will buy your merch, who will go and see you perform live when you come to their town. Okay? You can expect somewhere between $200 to $500 from each of those new fans. Now, if we do the math, let's say 10,000 people, multiply that by 200, what do you get? $2 million. How about 500 people? How about $500 per person? $5 million. Woo, 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 woo. See how this works? This is the music industry, folks. This is how it works. Okay? You got it. And I know that this sucks, but the industry looks at people as dollar signs. Whenever they get a new fan, they see the potential of making money off of that new fan. And that potential could be seriously, in today's market, anywhere from $200 to $500 and up, you know, depending on how much your ticket prices are and how much you charge for merch. So, does it work? Yes, the model absolutely works. Look, 17 million views. They can't be wrong, you know, obviously. People dug it. And I'm sure, like Charles said, new fans were made. How many exactly? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know out of those 17 million views, how many of those were old Sleep Token fans and how many of them were new Sleep Token fans. I couldn't tell you. I'm basing the rule of 10 on assumptions, and I'm basing the rule of 10 on a number that we just kind of threw out there, 100,000. That number, more than likely, is very different. Millions? Yeah, more, possibly. It all depends on, like I said, on how much of an outreach they put into this, how much of a push they put into this. Now, here's where things get interesting. The song is not a single. Charles said that. This was the first non-single track. But also, as Charles said, this is, despite it not being a single, has been very influential and has been a very attractive song by bringing in people who are not normally metal fans and exposing them to metal. I find that very interesting, but at the same time, not unheard of. There have been other bands who have had non-singles that blew up, you know, and people loved it, even though it was never meant to be a hit. I'm going to use this band as a reference again. I know people probably get sick and tired of me using this band as a reference, but I'm going to use Kiss as a reference. When they recorded the Destroyer album, they pushed Detroit Rock City. That was the push. That was going to be the song that they were going to make a hit. That was going to be the hit song off the record. Well, they put another track on the B-side because, you know, back in the day they had records and, you know, the singles, the 45s was, you know, one side was the hit song, side A, that was the hit, and side B was some filler track that honestly they just do not care about and they have no plans of ever pushing. Well, radio stations took that single, flipped it over, and played the B-side. And as a result, the song that they had no intention of ever being a hit became probably it became the biggest hit that was on the album Destroyer. Furthermore, it became one of the biggest hits in Kiss's history. And that song was Beth, a ballad. Go figure that one out. But yeah, that song had no design to ever be a single, and it ended up being one of the biggest hits that Kiss has ever had. Go figure that one out. So just because a song is not a single, just because a song does not get a singles push, does not mean the song will never be popular. I could see this song, and I'm saying this objectively, I could see this song being very popular. It has a lot of different flavors, a lot of different moving parts, and a lot of ways to attract a lot of different people to this particular song, and in doing so, lead them into the band, okay? The piano playing was very nice. The vocal work fit the mood and tone of the song like a glove. Not the most impressive vocal work I've ever heard from Vessel. Let's be honest here. Plus, there was the auto-tune usage, which we very clearly heard in those specific sections where it was utilized for effect. I get it. It's for effect. I'm not saying he can't sing. I'm not saying that whatsoever. We all know he can. But the utilization of auto-tune to the extent of getting that effect that they were going for, they did utilize it, okay? The beats that they came up with for the R&B section, it made perfect sense. It sounded good. It didn't eclipse the vocals or the piano work. It just added to the depth and the fullness of the song. When the metal section did kick in, it was nice. It was nice. Oh man, woo! I was so glad when it kicked in, and I was really upset when it left because it didn't stick around for long. It came in and it did its damage, and it left after like a minute and 15. It was suddenly gone, and I was mad. I was really upset. Like I said, I was ready to launch into an absolute tirade of a rant. And then, like I said, about the 45-second, 50-second mark, it kicked back in again with the metal. And oh, thank goodness it ended that way, because I would have been really upset if it had ended with the piano, because the whole purpose is to introduce people to the metal, right? Well, you give it to them in the middle and then you left them hanging. That's not exactly a good way to leave a good impression of the metal. So that I'm glad they brought it back. Thank goodness. But overall, the song as a whole, the songwriting is solid. The arranging was solid. I mean, everything made sense. Everything flowed well. Everything sounded good. Am I a fan? Not really. I'm not really a fan of this song. But I've heard Sleep Token before. I've been exposed to some of their more metal songs than this, and I like those songs. There's a couple of songs I absolutely love from Sleep Token. This is not one of them. But I could see the appeal of drawing in new listeners. So yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it. Charles, what you said in your intro makes perfect sense. So, and like I said, looking at the business model, following the rule of 10, I could see how a song like this could attract new fans. Is it going to attract a ton of new fans? It depends on how many people get exposed to the song. You know, going by the rule of 10, start with 100,000, we end up with 100. Okay, so we lost a factor of 1,000. It's not the greatest. You know, I've seen worse, but it's not the greatest. But now on the flip side, though, instead of 100,000, if it's a million people, well, that's 1,000 new fans. 10 million people get exposed to the song, well, that's 10,000 new fans. Now we're getting somewhere. You see what I mean? And those 10,000 people are going to tell their friends, and then it starts to spread like wildfire. So, always a good thing. Always a good thing when you can get, you know, new ears on your product. So, yeah, man, I get it. I absolutely get it. Like I said, not a fan, but I get it. 7.4, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.4, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope that was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.